her whole life to build. And leave the town she's always lived in. As soon as thoughts of that creep into my mind, I turn the radio volume higher and start singing along louder. Nothing is decided. Nothing is set in stone. I'm taking this week off work, even though I'm at the start of the biggest case of my career as a public prosecutor, so we can try and find a solution. And that's all I'm going to focus on. The town of Pleasantville is just over the next hill, less than 20 miles away. Homecoming is supposed to be bittersweet, isn't it? I'm afraid it'll be nothing but bitter after this visit, and I don't want to make it so before it even starts. If I hadn't read the sign, the words Pleasantville, population 12,002, in sea blue letters against pearl white, I'd be sure I was in the wrong town. When I left, this town had a population of a little over 7,000, but now I passed 2 large shopping complexes containing everything from huge hardware stores to sprawling cineplexes on my way in. And now I don't recognize anything along this road that merges with Main Street up ahead. I must have entered the town from this direction at least 1,000 times. But it's as though I'm in a completely foreign place. The redwoods used to come up almost all the way to the sign back then. Now I passed the last of them at least 5 miles back. They've all been cut down to make room for those shopping villages, which are both larger than my hometown used to be. Not so anymore. Everything is different. I don't recognize any of the buildings lining this road. What used to be Smith's and Son's hardware store is now a high-end fashion store. The mannequins in the large windows dressed in hues of lush purple, deep yellow, and forest green. What are those supposed to be? The colors of fall? But it's almost summer. Quaint, phony retro boutiques, coffee shops, tea shops, and just random stuff shops continue, each more ornate and more soulless, despite trying to be so hard to be unique, the closer I get to the town center, if that's even where I remember it being. Mindy's ice cream shop is gone, I realize with a twist in my stomach. You could get every flavor of ice cream imaginable and unimaginable there. Pumpkin spice for Halloween before it was all the rage. Cotton candy that tasted better than the original. And minty chocolate chip cookie dough. Mindy's shop is a bank now. A piece of my childhood is gone, like it never existed. Pop's Diner on the corner of Main Street and Sycamore, the place where I went on my first real date, because it was only one of 3 places where you could go on a dinner date, is a pancake place now, and exactly the same as every other pancake place by this chain in every other city or town. No soul, no history, no memories. Just cheap, generic pancakes with syrups so sweet they'll make you gag guaranteed. At least they make me gag. Mom's always telling me how much Pleasantville is changing, how modern it's becoming. But I always only half listen to her. I should have been paying closer attention then. Maybe I wouldn't be this shocked now. Her salon, Little Escapes, is on the other side of Main Street, in a small, quaint strip mall type place. But it might as well be on the other side of the world, judging by my anxiety to reach it already. I recognize none of the buildings leading up to it now, and I can see why they want to tear it down. What used to be a new, modern, minimalistic place to shop, do your nails and hair, and grab a bite to eat, is now an eyesore amid the fake, quaint little shops selling homemade stuff, vegan restaurants, hipster cafes, and manicured parks. In one of those, a yoga class is underway. Why practice yoga on Main Street when you have the majesty of the forest all around you? I get the necessity, or rather desire, to attend classes like this in parks in the city, but not here. Not when you're surrounded by the very thing you're trying to get closer to, nature. Though I've long suspected that most people who do yoga nowadays do it for the status it brings. The only place that mars the phony perfection of the little yuppie/hipster village is a boarded-up shop front covered with angry, undecipherable graffiti. I don't even remember.